Hello and welcome to a completely different type of video than I normally make on my Instagram. If you know me in real life and or follow me there, by now you know my ego is prego. As I know nothing about human babies, I thought it would be interesting to document this journey for us all because it's really gonna be one. So I asked people on Instagram to give me questions, and I'm going to do just a regular first trimester Q&A, and we're just going to ride this wave together. And in the end, hopefully we'll all have a baby together. Okay. Lip gloss is on. We are actually ready to film now. I figure before we start the questions, I should probably let you know how we found out. The first question that most people ask you, if they are brave enough to ask it, is, were you trying? And yes, we were. So when I found out, I was at home alone. I had missed my period a couple days and decided, I make a lot of cocktail videos. I should probably find out if we're going to have a child. And so I filmed it because we both thought it would be cool if we would film our reactions. And so I totally freaked out, and no one should probably ever see that video because it's actually really embarrassing. I was really ugly crying, like ugly crying. I guess I didn't think that I would cry. I also didn't think I would cry when we got engaged. Also ugly cried then, so I probably should have known that this was coming. I kept saying, this is fake, like this is fake, but obviously it's not fake. Clearly there's a human here. Then later on that day, I got to tell Jesse when he came home from work, and you should probably see that video because it was really cute. He was really sweet and really excited. So that was really fun to share together. And then of course it was secrets until we could confirm everything was cool. And now everyone knows. Let's see. Currently I am like 2 days shy of 12 weeks. So almost out of the first trimester, which will be real great, or so they tell me. I think I should caveat before I begin all of these questions. Some of these things are going to sound like a laundry list of complaints, and I think it's important to say now so everyone knows I am extremely grateful that I get to be pregnant and we get to have a baby, and all of the garbage stuff that comes with pregnancy is going to be worth it. And it's also equally okay to say that you feel like crap. And I wish I could give that like as a gift to pregnant people. Like, we know you're grateful and we know you feel like crap, and both of those things can be true at the same time. Okay, let's begin with the first question, which is the most anticipated, which is symptoms. How bad is it versus what you expected? And let me just tell you, your girl was living in a dream world. I thought pregnancy was like, yeah, you get sick, but like ultimately you're just like glowing and pregnant and cute. False. I would have to say that the nausea, above all things, is definitely the worst symptom. There's like extreme fatigue, which also sucks, and heartburn, which is not fun either. But the nausea is so bad because it's not like morning sickness, it's like all day sickness. It's forever sickness all of the time. As I'm like exiting the first trimester, I'm seeing it's like more isolated for me to the evenings, but for like 6 weeks, I just was on the brink of puking all the time. And it just like makes life really miserable and difficult just to do normal things because you feel like you're extremely sick all the time. And I didn't realize it was like that. There are people that throw up literally every day of their pregnancy. I cannot imagine what that would be like. I have thrown up a total of 1 time, and I am extremely grateful for that. The nausea alone, it's the worst. Some things that were unexpected in my mind were all of the things that they attribute to hormones. So any weird thing that's happening, they're just gonna say your hormones are really weird right now, so things are gonna happen. So typically you'll get a lot of saliva production in your mouth. And they're like, don't worry, that's not weird. But for me, it was like cotton, dry mouth, like to the point where I thought I was dying of dehydration for weeks. And I drank so much water, I was getting like sick from the water because my mouth was so dry. I felt like I was dying of dehydration. And they're like, oh yeah, that also happens. It's hormones. And you're like, but I feel like I'm dying. And everything is just hormones. So that's fun. Burping was also an unexpected thing. I burp all the time or hiccup all the time. It's mostly burping though. Some of them are really loud and awful. And Jesse's like, what is happening? But also hormones. I think last I'll say on surprising things is that I knew you would have aversions to things, and like you obviously get like a super smeller, you smell everything, but I didn't think that the things I love, like things I love to eat, would be on that list of aversions, and that has made me very sad. Examples of things I no longer enjoy: red onion, coffee, pastries, any kind of sweets. Coffee and pastries are like my life. For instance, you know, on the children's apps, the baby apps, they tell you what size your child is in like a fruit and or vegetable. I chose an app specifically because they would tell me how big my child was based on a French pastry. Now I don't give two rips about a croissant. If you know me, you know how big of news this is. Okay. Second question. Will you be teaching your little one Espanol? C. To the best of my ability. At the moment, I am brushing up because we live in Montana and I don't get a lot of opportunities to practice my Spanish, so it is getting pretty poor. So right now I'm brushing up because this human is coming and I can't lose that. I don't want to lose that in our family. So I'm going to do my best. My parents, my mom spoke Spanish to us growing up. My dad spoke English to us, so we learned it at the same time. I don't think I'll be able to do that well, but I will do the best that I can. And hopefully I'll learn something enough to get them by, because that has been a huge blessing. Speaking of which, my cousin says, ¿Qué quiere el papá, niño o niña? AKA, what does the father want? Does he want a boy or a girl? So Jesse has been talking to some of his coworkers and has realized how fun it would be to be a girl dad. So at the moment, he really wants a little girl. We shall see. Next question. Are you going to do a gender reveal or wait until the baby is born? Got this one a couple times. People really want to know if we want to keep it a surprise, but both Jesse and I really want to know. I can't handle a surprise of that magnitude, but I just really want to know because I think it will create some kind of like a deeper connection. So I'm excited to know as soon as we can, especially with like names and things. I think that will be really fun to just narrow it down, because right now it feels like very overwhelming to try to choose a human being's name based on nothing. Well, 50-50, but yes, my sweet neighbor asks, are you hoping for a specific gender? I don't know. I know there's a lot more options for cute girls' clothes, and of course that's what I'm thinking about, is just clothes. But there's also a name that we've thought of for a girl that I'm kind of becoming really attached to. So maybe a girl too. Who knows? So I guess both of us are hoping for a girl at this point. Whatever. We'll be happy either way. Okay. I have to know, have you thought about nursery colors? If so, what? Okay. Obviously, I have. I will pop up some pictures of inspo, but what I'm thinking right now is like a cross between farmhouse and mid-century, which is kind of a weird crossover, but mainly I just want to keep everything as minimal as possible. But I like the colors of like a black crib, cream colored rocker and just that like darker wood grain with lots of plants that are fake because I kill everything. Not a question, just says, I'm so excited for you. Your baby is going to be so cool. Thanks. I really hope that's true. I hope they're super chill. This question sounds like it's supposed to trick me. It says, how soon after a baby is born do its eyes open? I assume immediately after they wipe all the goop off of their faces. It's not like kittens or something where their eyes are closed for like however long. Human babies' eyes come open. I don't know. Now I'm panicking. Now I don't know. I think they're open. So as long as they see the fresh air on the outside and the goop is off, I'm sure they open their eyes. If I'm wrong, just tell me in the comments because now I feel like I'm wrong. Okay, last question. Can you please ask your mom how to make sure your offspring has dimples? I don't know how that happens, and I'm pretty sure Betty doesn't either. I was told as a child that dimples are muscle deformities. So listen, I don't really have any control over that, but fingers crossed. Okay, well that concludes our Q&A for the first trimester. You will want to keep coming back. I will have some mocktail videos, some like baby thrift videos and that kind of good stuff. So if you want to follow the journey of a person that knows nothing about babies and is just trying to figure it out as a normal person, you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and like this video and all that stuff that you're supposed to do on YouTube. If you want more up-to-date facts, follow me on Instagram. I think that's it. I can't remember because pregnancy brain is real. Ciao, babies. I'm out of breath.